Shri Krishna.
Today's second day.
So today we are going to start the second day of the Bhagavatam. The first day was finished, so the second day will start now. Actually now in this, the second day of the Bhagavata Saptaha, we will see the killing of Hiranyakashipu, which is, we left it yesterday. It belongs to the second canto and we shall begin with it. So we know about Hiranyakashipu. He was one of the sons of Diti and was born at a very inauspicious moment, and because of that he was very dangerous, and he succeeded his brother Hiranyaksha, who was killed by Varaha, and now he wanted to be the lord of all the different kinds of dynasties in the world and also acquired the entire three worlds. After that he started tormenting the people who were worshipping Lord Vishnu, and then he issued a law that whoever prays to Lord Vishnu will be crucified right there. So his own son Prahlada used to sit and he used to teach the other children about the Lord, because we know that when he was in the womb, at that time his mother used to learn the Vedas, Shastras, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita and all of these different sacred texts from Narada. So then Indra actually wanted to kill her, and Narada took her and then started teaching her all the Shastras. Afterwards, inside the womb, the Prahlada learned full Shastras, Vedas, Upanishads and every single thing. After that, Prahlada started worshipping only the Lord when he was born, and when he was worshipping only the Lord, his father got very angry. The only person who had the voice of Om Shri Vishnave Namaha was Prahlada in the entire three worlds. Then Hiranyakashipu got so angry, lifted Prahlada and threw him on the marble floor, and Prahlada actually got very scared but still was saying Om Vishnu. So in the same way, always we should all believe in the God, whatever different kind of circumstance comes, and we should always devote time to God. If we have reasons for not devoting time to God, it takes us to a different path. So then what happened was Hiranyakashipu resorted to giving poison to Prahlada and also putting him on fire with his sister, and that's why we celebrate Holi actually, so that we destroy the evil. So in the same way these things were done. At that time Hiranyakashipu in the end was about to take his sword and kill Prahlada. At that time Prahlada said, Lord is there, everywhere Lord is there. At that time Hiranyakashipu said, let's see, and then struck one full pillar with his gada. When it was struck, the entire pillar fell down, and for some time thunder, heat, light, dust was all flying in the sky. Inauspicious omens were seen. The Rakshasas were screaming in pain and blood was flowing from the trees. Then everybody got very scared, and then a terrible form of a half man, half lion, who was Vishnu, came, lifted Hiranyakashipu and flung him on the floor for some time, and then when he was unconscious and then when he became conscious, then he lifted him up and tore his intestine and removed the blood out and then drank the blood up like a lion. At that time Prahlada offered his prayers, as we see now. So now we shall see. Antasarasyurubalena pade grihito grahena yutapatirambuja artah aheda madi purushakhira lokanathah tirthashravashravana mangala namadeya. So this shloka says the leader of the elephants whose leg was attacked in a river. Now we shall see that other one. त्रैपिष्टपोर्भयहास नृसिंहरूपं कृत्वा भ्रुकुटि दंष्ट्रकरालवक्त्रं दैत्येन्द्रमाशु गदयाभिपतन्तमारात् ऊरौ निपात्य विददान नखैस्फुरन्तं. The personality of the god had assumed the incarnation of Narasimhadeva in order to vanquish the great fears of the demigods. He killed the king of the demons, Hiranyakashipu, who challenged the Lord with a club in his hand by placing the demons on his thighs and piercing with his nails, rolling his eyebrows in anger and showing his fearful teeth and mouth. This is showing how Narasimha was very angry at Hiranyakashipu, but it was not very easy to kill Hiranyakashipu in just one hit. Hiranyakashipu and the Lord had a dual fight before he was put on the floor, and they both were fighting hard. And because Hiranyakashipu was also very fierce and his power was also like competent, and then he lifted up his gada and they had a dual fight for a long time. None was winning, and then the Lord threw his gada down, lifted up that fierce demon and threw him on the floor and broke his bones. Afterwards, he opened his intestines and removed the blood and flung it over here and there. And at that time, Prahlada offered his respectful prayers. So the next one that we shall see. Now we come to Sri Rama. So now we are seeing the avatars one by one in a total glance. Then we should see each one separately, each avatara. So now Rama, who was, again we know the story of Ramayana, in which he started by being one of the greatest children, and then when he grew up he became very powerful, and then he married Sita. After he married Sita, Kaikeyi's problems, and then after Kaikeyi got the boon, he had to go to for 14 days, and then Bharata didn't want to be a king. We see these topics, and then what happened was Sita was kidnapped by
Ravana.
So all the fights happened, the full Ramayana fight happened, and then big amounts of monkey soldiers and demon soldiers were killed in the battle. And after that, finally what happened was Rama killed Ravana and then got back Sita, and then Sita went down to Bhumi Devi, and Rama ruled the earth for some more years, and then he also went back to his spiritual abode. So we see this one too, and now we shall just see a few shlokas in Rama's praise. अस्मत् प्रसाद सुमुखः कलया कलेश इक्ष्वाकुवंश अवतीर्य गुरोर्निदेशे तिष्ठन् वनं सदयितानुजद आविवेश यस्मिन् विरुद्ध दशकान्धर आर्तिमार्च्छत्. So now we'll see that verse which says that what all happened in his life and then how he went back to his abode. The next avatara, who is Krishna's avatara, in which all these demigods and the demons were fighting. Now the demons and the earthly kings were fighting. At this time, when only kings were becoming too powerful, almost like the Parashurama event, Krishna came to, actually his main purpose was to make the people understand that he is a supreme Lord and concentrate on his supreme form with Balarama or Radha, as we have seen. So then the Kaliya snakes killing, all of that comes under this spot, as we'll see each one of them. Bhume suretar varutha vimarditayaah kleshavyaya kalayasita krishna keshah jatah karishyati jananupalakshya margah karmani chatma mahimopanibbandhanani. When the world is overburdened by the fighting strength of the kings who have no faith in God, like Kamsa, he said there is no God, and he started killing the Brahmanas and also all the other people. He started whipping the citizens, and he put his own father Ugrasena inside jail, and also many other saintly people inside the jail. And then he said he was the king. He officially decamped and then built a huge statue of himself in the middle of the city. He did not believe in God, and whoever was believing in God, just like Hiranyakashipu, he prosecuted them. So next one, the Lord comes in his original form with beautiful black hair, and just to expand his transcendental glories, he acts extraordinary. Nobody can properly estimate how great he is. So, toke na jiva haranam yaduluki kayah त्रैमासिकस्य च पदाशकटो प्रवृत्ताः यद्बृङ्गतान्तर्गतेन दिवि स्पृशोर्वा उन्मूलनं त्विरथार्जुनयोर्न भाव्यम्. There is no doubt that Lord Shri Krishna, being the Supreme Lord, he killed Putana. by just taking the poisonous milk from her, and then nothing happened to him, but in fact he killed her by destroying her fully. So, when he was just 3 months old, he could do such a great thing. Putana was such a gigantic demon who just made herself into a small, beautiful, charming girl, and then came and said, "I'll give milk to your child." And Yashoda was hypnotized and she allowed that to happen. Afterwards, the Lord killed her, and then after that, and then the Kalia incident, in which the river Yamuna was fully poisoned, and full poison was going all around when all the Brajavasis were sitting and they were enjoying the water. Suddenly the water was becoming little violet in color, and everybody was drinking that water. Afterwards, when Krishna got up, he saw that all his friends were just lying dead. He climbed over the Ashoka tree in exact and jumped off from the Ashoka tree directly into the ocean and got into the nearer parts of the ocean. When he saw that some serpents were going around there, he followed the serpents and he found that one of the greatest, wonderful serpents, Kalia, was resting in his abode there. He was poisoning the ocean, and then when he was coming up, blinded by his own poison with wrath and fear, from Garuda, he had come from the ocean to Yamuna because of the fear of Garuda, because Garuda chased him off from the ocean and led him to the Yamuna river. And then because Garuda was very fierce towards him, he came to the Yamuna river and started living there with his family. Then he started poisoning the entire Yamuna river. So Krishna came with a fight with him, lifted him up and hurled him in the sky, and again there was a big fight. He was trying to spray poison, but Krishna was on top of his head. So if he was trying like this, Krishna was still here. Nobody could actually put poison on